Okay, everyone, we have come to the end, and Krishna has given everything to Arjuna, and now he wants him to re-enter life, re-enter the battlefield. Are you ready to re-enter life? You've been here for 7 hours, and now you're going to have to re-enter life. The final chapter is known as Moksha Yoga. Moksha means liberation. Krishna is not telling Arjuna that now you liberate and boom, go to another world. But what he's telling Arjuna is that I've given you the knowledge so you can be a Jivan Mukta. Moksha or Mukti, same word, it means liberation. And Jivan Mukta means someone who's Jiva, living, but who's not really living in this world. So the saintly people, they're living in this world, but actually they're living in a different space of consciousness. And now Krishna wants Arjuna to go back into the battlefield, but be a Jivan Mukta. Be in the battlefield, but don't be affected by things around you. Be in the world, but don't be of the world. This was Arjuna at the beginning of the battle, at the beginning of the conversation. You see this here? This is very significant. Gandivam shramshate hastat tvakcheva paridayate. Arjuna's Gandiva bow and his arrows were falling. And the acharyas say this signifies that his determination for life was falling. Sometimes we wake up in the morning and we feel, I just don't have the energy and enthusiasm for life. But after hearing Krishna for 45 minutes, see here, Arjuna has now picked up his bow. And with bow in hand, with arrows ready, he's ready to again fight, meaning he got his determination, he got his enthusiasm, he got his hunger for life back. Therefore, after hearing everything, Arjuna says, Nasta moha smriti labdva tvat prasadat mayachyuta stitosmi gata sandeha karishye vachanam tava. Krishna, Nasta moha, all my illusion is gone. Smriti labdva, all my memory has come back. Tvat prasadat mayachyuta, achyuta Krishna, all by your mercy. Stitosmi, I'm completely fixed. Gata sandeha, I have no more doubts. Garishye vachanam tava, and I know what I have to do now, and I'm ready to do it. This is very beautiful. Arjuna has become completely clarified in his consciousness. At the beginning of today, I asked you to write down some questions. Remember that one? I want you to just glance at your questions and see, and maybe later on you can reflect. Did any of the wisdom of what we talked about today, if you reflect on it deeply, then you will see that what Krishna has taught you today, this is actually the answer to your question. Maybe some of you had a question about what you should do in a relationship. Krishna told you how to reawaken love. Maybe some of you had a question about your career and what you should be doing in the future. Remember, Krishna taught you about dharma and your lifestyle. Maybe some of you had a question about what decision you should make. Remember, Krishna has taught you all the principles. And now, it's up to us. It's up to us to take it seriously. Dear friends, Benjamin Franklin said, some people die at 25, but they aren't buried till they're 75. If we live, but we don't have creativity in our life, if we live, but we don't have love, if we live, but we're not learning every single day, if we live, but there's no challenges in our life, if we live and we don't have purpose, if we don't have any of these things, then, dear friends, we're not living. We're simply existing. And so Krishna is telling Arjuna, I want you to re-enter And I want you to re-enter life, and I want you to live. Live your full potential. Krishna looks at Arjuna and he says, every soul is amazing. Yet every soul is not awakening its potential. And so, my last few thoughts with all of you as we reflect on Gita Jayanti and how Krishna is making us, remember, rethink life. Now there's a cost of living crisis, isn't it? You know better than me. But actually it's not a cost of living crisis. It's a cost of existing crisis out there. And it's a crisis for sure. But it's not a cost of living crisis. It's a cost of existing crisis that's coming up on the news. Because the cost of living is much more than a number. If we really want to live in our life, we have to be ready to take risks. And that means we have to be able to give up comfort. Dear friends, don't look for the most comfortable life, because the most comfortable life and the most convenient life may not be the life in which you experience the totality of what life can be. The cost of living is that we have to be disciplined, which means we have to give up laziness. The cost of living is that we have to be ready to take guidance from people who are further along in the journey than us, and that means we have to give up our pride. The cost of living is that sometimes there may be opposition, there may be difficulty, and you may not fit in with society. Therefore, the cost is you have to give up fitting in. And the cost of life, the cost of living, is that you have to be ready sometimes for failure and give up fear that I'll be judged. If we're ready to do all of this and engage in the process of bhakti yoga that's been given to us by Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, chapters number 7 to 12, we take this opportunity, a rare opportunity, we can actually live life to its fullest potential. Because remember, we don't want to be that person who died at 25 and wasn't buried until they're 75. So, in these beautiful 18 chapters, let's do together to see whether you remember. Krishna taught Arjuna to rethink life. In the very first section, what did he tell Arjuna to do? Oh my God. You're going to give me a heart attack if you don't remember this. I was like, I'm going to make this as simple and easy and logical so everyone will remember. What is, no, let's do it together, let's do it together. Please don't fail me, otherwise I'm really going to be disappointed. The first thing that Krishna tells Arjuna to do is... Thank you. Okay, you've saved me here. He told him, redefine success. Remember, don't just try to do things better. Try to do... The second thing Krishna tells Arjuna to do is... Thank you very much. I have a soul. I am a soul. I have a... Remember, you're a spiritual being. Okay, it's all good, but we got to live out there. Yes, Krishna says, I'm going to teach you how to... Wow, this is... Got to go back to the drawing board. I was trying to make this as easy as possible. Reposition your lifestyle. Bring together both dharmas. But Arjuna says, there's something in me that's an enemy that I have to work on. Krishna says, don't worry, I'll teach you how to... Okay, that one you remember. Very good. This is all about karma yoga. Very good. But The real aspiration we have is something much deeper, something much more heartfelt. So Krishna says, I'm going to leave the most important thing for the middle. And Arjuna, I want you to know that the supreme goal of life is to reawaken love. Love is not chemistry. Love is commitment. Commitment. But all of those are good. Yes, but how can we love someone we can't see? How can we love someone who sometimes seems so far away? Krishna says, no. I will teach you how to re-encounter divinity. God is not far away, He's close. And you can perceive Him. And then Krishna ends the whole conversation by giving Arjuna knowledge. He says that you're living in this world and there are many influences around you. So learn how to reconfigure the energy. Live in sattva, and then you will be pervaded by sattva and equipped with all of this knowledge. Now, Arjuna, you can re-enter life. But not re-enter life with a material consciousness, but to re-enter life with spiritual consciousness, to re-enter life with Krishna consciousness. Dear friends, this is the end, but maybe just the start. Thank you very much.